One of my favourite quotes about birds is from Iris Murdoch. She says that sometimes she's going out consumed with her own human problems, and then she sees a kestrel concentrating on whether it's going to drop on a mouse, and suddenly the world is all kestrel and her own problems are forgotten or put into tiny human perspective.
Very quiet, very calm this morning. We're very, very, very lucky this morning.
There's no wind at all.
No, there's no wind at all. So when the tide does come in, it's going to be, it'll feel like a mill pond out here this morning. It really will.
Where will it come from? So we're on the east side of the wash.
Yeah, that's right. It's sort of a lot of people get a little confused because we're on the east side of the northwest coast of Norfolk. So we're looking.
So the sun comes from a different direction from most of Norfolk.
Absolutely. Yes, it's normal for Norfolk, as they say.
Yeah.
So we're looking directly out across the wash towards the west.
So the light's coming up. I can really sense things beginning to move. The excitement's rising.
Yeah, not even looking, you just start to hear the birds moving. The knot are going down there, and the tide is coming in really quickly now. The channel's filling up. This mud flat will soon completely cover with water. And those birds are not going to want to be in water. They're going to want to move.
Talking of not of the things we're here to see.
Not the here things. This is what everybody says, the whirling waders. And when you think of whirling waders, the first bird you think of is knot.
Right.
In previous years, we've had up to 140,000 knot. We can sometimes get half of the wintering population that comes to the UK just here. Just here in Snettisham, yeah. But interspersed with all that, we've still got probably 10 to 12,000 oystercatcher there as well.
Right.
Okay. And then further out still, at this time of the year, we've now got pink-footed geese. So there are a few thousand pink-footed geese out here, so hopefully we may see some of those come over.
How long before high tide?
So we've got about another hour and a quarter before high tide. But as you can see already, we've got a lot of the oyster catchers are already starting to peel off as the water comes in, and they're and right, look at this.
Coming over our head.
Right over our head, fantastic. The odd smaller bird in there, some dunlin and stuff like that.
So they're going over to the lagoons behind us?
Yeah, so these are gravel pits. Mm-hmm. So these pits were dug out, I think, during the Second World War. So they're going over there to roost. They feel much safer out there. Obviously, it's just standing water. And where the birds are still at the moment is still the mud, the intertidal mud area like that. But you can see just on the edge of that, we've got the sort of a big area of salt marsh. And salt marsh is a huge carbon sink. I mean, it's just absorbs carbon. It helps with coastal erosion. You know, if we get big storm surges, it absorbs the power of the sea. Oh, peregrine. There's a peregrine falcon up there. Going away from us.
Going away.
He's going to go down. Now he's chasing
them up.
He's just sort of corralling them. Here he goes.
Look at that. Oh.
Straight down to the sea.
These waders are moving because as the water gets higher, they start to float and can't feed on the mud anymore. Is that right?
Yeah. These are all birds that are feeding on this mud. Once it's covered, there's no use to being there. Especially the knot. The knot really don't like being in water at all. Once it gets up to their bums, basically, covers their legs.
I have the same reaction.
Okay. And they want to be off. And as we're looking out here at the moment, there's a small group. There's some godwits out here as well, but they're all moving away. Now the tide has come in really quickly in the last 10 minutes. Just listen to the sound of these birds. Here we go. This is where you just want to look. Oh, God. Look at the sun. Look at the sun just catching. That's a little. The sun just catching them as they're a little bit further south of us there.
My two young daughters love watching nature, and birds in particular. But the world they're going to inherit is in trouble. Half of all species of birds across the world are in decline. We don't own this planet, we just look after it.
And here we go.
That's amazing, look at that.
So this is the great view from Knott's Landing, and a few more birds are joining us from other parts of the pit at the moment, right out in front of us. But on the far bank, you've got, the majority of those birds that are out there are going to be the knot and the oystercatcher.
It's like a football stadium with 2 layers of terracing, isn't it?
It's fantastic. Occasionally, if you look closely, you'll just find the odd oystercatcher standing in amongst them all, and
just to see what it feels like.
That's right. Yeah, if you just look across closely, there's just the odd one.
Yeah?
There's just the odd one standing.
Who's your mate?
Who the hell are you?
We really are all in this together. It's not just this species. We rely on all the ones around us to pollinate and to eat and to feed. We can't just consider ourselves the owners of this planet. I think to be surrounded by things that aren't us, to be drawn into worlds that aren't human, is so important for all of us.